Hold on. Dang it. Where's my.
Somebody not using it on.
All right. We're live.
I just love the music.
Yeah, it's
Do,
pretty
do,
good.
do, 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 do. It feels very epic.
It does. Not appropriate for Halloween.
Oh, sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can I hear myself in the background? Yeah, that sucked. It's all right. We're good now. We got it.
All right. So thank you, everyone.
It will never be seamless.
coming.
It will never be seamless.
No. No, but we managed to not talk through the intro that time because you can actually hear it. I checked.
Yeah, we'll talk through the outro next time.
Anyway, thank you everyone so much for coming and spending Monday night with us. Yeah, no, today is Halloween special, which is always a favorite of mine.
Woo, woo, Halloween.
That's spooky. So I'm going to draw
Halloween.
It's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
You didn't like the? I'm gonna do it to you. Halloween.
I see we have Tom McCart here and Eric is here.
Eric Grove, always.
Yep. Anthony
Eric
G
is feeling
here.
better, right? Eric is completely recovered.
I think so. You know, I haven't talked to Eric because I was gone all weekend. By the way, I had
Dave was at a convention.
Yeah, I was in Toronto this weekend and I saw Lance DuBois, who I also saw is here. So thanks Lance for coming and saying hi. We got to talk for a bit. I haven't seen Lance in person in it's been 2 years almost. So it was great to see him.
Thanks for helping Dave not pick his nose all weekend.
Yes, actually it was a good convention. It was a good turnout. I was surprised because they had a lower amount of people that they could have actually in the show. And I thought, okay, well, that naturally is going to mean a lot less people, will come to see us and it'll be a little slow. I would say there's less people than a normal time, but it was busy. I had a good line and, I think everybody was pretty happy. It seemed like a really good time. So anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time. By the way,
get drawn, monkey.
Start drawing.
Joe Blankenship says,
I need my
Joe Blankenship is here.
Well, not yet.
First time in a while. Stop talking over me. What are you looking for?
My reference, but I don't need it yet.
You
I'm just
you don't need reference.
Well, I need reference.
You're
for the
drawing
costume.
Dracula, right?
Yeah, but I'm drawing, and I was going to say this. I'm drawing Tomb of Dracula. It's Marvel's Dracula. I drew actually a story. It was just a short story. This would have been 2007, maybe. Anyway, a long time ago for Marvel Comics. I had a great time with it. So, and actually, that's the thumbnail for this live stream is
Dracula and Lilith. That was story.
Right.
Written by C.B. Cebulski, if I remember correctly.
Was it? Yeah.
Pretty sure it was.
So there's my layout, Henry. There you go. This little tiny thing here.
Who was not at Fan Expo, even though he lives in Toronto.
So let me get this start to.
SCS Powerlifting said, "What is up, Flock?"
Good to see you, SCS.
He didn't say what's up. He said, "What is up? What is up, Flock?" SCS Powerlifting in the house. Tom Teacher says, "I didn't see the intro at all."
No? We tried.
We played it. I saw it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right. We saw it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter about you guys. What matters is that we think we did it right. So we're feeling good about it.
Don't burst our bubble.
Yeah. It's only Monday. Don't ruin our week.
All right.
All right. So we have exciting news this week.
We do?
We do. Something momentous happened in the Finch household today.
It did. I have no idea. Okay.
What was it, Dave? What momentous thing happened in the Finch household today?
Oh, I got a door for my office. Is that what you're really going to... I got a door for my
Dave
office.
got a door for his office.
So our 18-year-old has decided this is his friend's party house.
The basement is
so
his friend
they put
zone.
a lot of work into it's nice. I have to admit.
He got LED lights. They've got a ping pong table. They've got a foosball table.
Yep.
They've got a whole workout setup.
We're back.
We're not back.
What a disaster. No, we're back. I picked up my mouse and I hit the back button.
Are we actually back?
Hold on. I'm going to find out. Cam, Mike.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. They should be able to hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Oh my
Kevin
gosh.
POS says censored.
Can you, like, seriously, it was like full on, like the power blipped out. It was a hardcore shutdown.
Art Jedi says technical problems already. I know. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's Halloween.
Yeah, there you go.
Ghost in the Machine. And the Ghost in the Machine is me picking up the mouse and the back button's on the side of it. Anyway.
You didn't turn this off, though, with a mouse.
No,
that just, like, totally
that just happened. But
turned off on its own.
That always happens. I need to replace it. And
well, it might be about time. I think the stream is paid for a new Roadcaster or Roadrunner or whatever this is.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you should call Roadcaster and say, listen, we use you weekly.
And you shut off every week. I would do that, except that I would rather just get one than deal with the...
Fair enough.
I mean, that seems like more work than...
I mean, I could complain. I don't actually... This is the thing about Meredith complaining. I literally don't want you to fix it for me. I just want you to listen to me complain. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No,
like, you got something wrong. I want you to acknowledge you did something wrong. That's more important to me, that you acknowledge your error.
Then you fix it.
I don't need you to fix it.
Right.
Just acknowledge that you did it. I don't need you to give me something new.
Bats on here too.
Make it up for me.
All right. Now I need reference because I can't remember what he looks like. Grab my mouse without hitting the back button.
Don't touch the mouse. Vihan Oberoi has a super chat for $8.99, but I don't know what kind of... I don't recognize the currency. I'm sorry.
Either way, we thank you very much.
Doesn't matter, but Vihan, thank you for the super chat. Vihan says, hey, Dave, being here every episode for season 2 of Monday Night Draw, and it's amazing.
Thank you very much, Vihan. I really appreciate it. It's been so much fun so far. Really enjoying it this year. Actually, and I need to give Eric a call tomorrow because I have an idea for what I want to do with our next Eric and Dave live stream. We're going to do...
Oh, no, you're replacing me. You're replacing me with Eric.
I'm just...
Do you hear that?
Here.
Do you hear that? It's not going to be Monday Night Draw with Meredith and Dave. It's going to be Monday Night Draw with Dave and Eric.
Yes.
Or Thursday or Friday or whatever day they decide.
Well, we're just...
No, don't even say anything. I'm just going to keep reading super chats while I still have a job. All right. SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. SCS says, for the tech support needed. LOL.
Right. The super chat. Yeah.
LOL. And also Lance DeBoyer says, Meredith is a gremlin. Electronic scope lip when she's around. I'll have you know, Lance, Dave is the electronic gremlin in our house.
I've recorded tutorial videos and had it cut out halfway through and then had to re-record more than once. I need to just replace that thing. It's been a real problem. By the way, speaking of tutorial videos, I'll show you a couple of panels. This is some of the stuff that I did for the next tutorial. And it's a challenge because it's about perspective. Really what the next tutorial is about is how to cheat with perspective. I think there are a lot of tutorials out there that show you how to draw perspective, a horizon line, that basic stuff. But what I really wanted to show is kind of how I learned how to draw perspective and ways that I used other people's art to be able to influence my own perspective. This one is actually from a movie. The perspective is from a totally different scene. And this is actually another scene from, I'll show it in the video. And I drew it from a different angle based on perspective. So, and also I showed a bunch of stuff for like 3D stuff. So that's coming up. It's actually being edited by Yuri right now. So that should be up just as soon as he is finished. It was a while in the making. It's tough. I don't know that it's a better tutorial, honestly. Like, I'm not sure what you guys are going to think of it. I hope you like it, but it's very difficult to draw perspective quickly enough, background quickly enough for me to be able to leave the whole drawing in there. That was a real struggle. So you guys will have to tell me what you think.
All right. So Barbarian said it wouldn't be Monday Night Draw without technical difficulties. So true.
It's bad when it's become
it's part of the show. It's part of the show.
Yeah.
We're replacing poor patches with technical difficulties. Anthony G says, hooray for doors. Now Dave can work pantsless in peace.
That's right.
He can Homer Simpson himself, drawing with his pants down, his hand down his pants.
Well, you know what? It just means, because they're pretty good at it. They don't just walk up to my door and, well, they did a couple of nights ago. I had both Everett and his buddy Marvin.
His name is his real name, not Marvin.
His name is Marvin.
His real name, not Marvin. It's
Okay, anyway.
Julian. But Dave can't remember anybody's name, so he just assigns names to people.
Yeah.
For example, the girl who helps me out on the weekend, actual name Grace, Dave name Ruby.
Yep, and it's Ruby forever.
Everett's girlfriend also has a Dave name. You know you're part of the Finch family if Dave's given you a name that's not your own.
And I never forget them, You
never forget the names you give them. That's true.
So,
wait a second. Stop talking.
Okay.
Jamal Rashid has a super chat for $4.99. But Jamal, I don't see your question. Oh, there it is. Sowing seed. That's what Jamal said. Jamal, is that what you wanted to say? Sowing seed? All right. Jamal says sowing seed. If you have something else you want to say, Jamal, feel free to tag me in your chat so I can read it.
We're all ears.
We're all ears. Although Dave has been sowing seed in his new video game. Do you want to tell people about what you're playing right now, David?
No, that's between me and my video game.
Are you embarrassed by your new video game?
Yes.
It's not a shooter game. Just tell them.
What do you do to this to me?
Tell them your new video game, Dave.
That's all right. I'll pass. Thanks.
I'll tell them your new video game. After I read a super chat from Antoine Washington for $1.99. Happy Monday! Glad to be with y'all. We're glad to be with you too, Antoine.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll wait and see if people want to know.
Nobody wants to know.
You don't want me to tell people.
I feel like I have my own life,
That's part of the stream, Dave. I share all your life on the stream.
But anyway, the door just means that
Skull Nasher
I can work with that.
already knows what your new video game is.
Okay, what is it?
Skull Nasher says, wait. Is it Farming Simulator?
Did he actually say that?
He totally did.
Come on.
I can totally screen cap it for you.
No, it's not.
It's totally Farming Simulator. I didn't even know the name of the game. Sowing Seeds Farmville. No, it's totally Farming Simulator. He's having a great time.
So take a look at him right now. See how his head's too big? I don't know if you guys notice, but I've gotten criticism here and there, and rightfully so. I keep drawing from this angle when I draw a character from the front in sketches. For some reason, I draw the head too big. So let me fix that right now. I mean, I can see I'm doing it. All right.
While you're doing that, Nick from Detroit wants to know how the horses like all the rain.
Oh, man.
So they'd like it more if every night before rain, I didn't forget to turn the hose off and then leave the hose on all night long, filling the trough and drowning the lawn. So, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
We have a lake.
I have to admit, actually, the thumbnail for this video, I always have to do a description. And I wrote, in the original description we're going to be drawing Dracula, and Meredith's going to go on and on interminably about flooding on the property. And then I thought, wait a minute, nobody will watch. So
Did you actually write
yes.
that?
And I thought, okay, I should probably not write that. I wouldn't say things if I would know you're going to start laughing like that. All right, I'm drawing with ink. Here we go.
I snorted an anagram. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Ooh. Oh dear. That was, I got it stretched. I got a cramp now. My app.
Everybody's going, what are you laughing about?
No, they know. they've been part of the stream before. They know how this goes. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I think my pen's coming out really thick.
Oh goodness. Okay, I think I've got it under control now.
Good.
There's no guarantee. Vihan Oberoi has another super chat. Vihan says, "Is it possible to do this in pencil?"
Oh,
sorry, just in time. Not tonight. It's not.
I'm sorry. All right, you know what? And I want to say next, I will do one soon. I actually have.
Not this week, not next week or the week after.
Right. Okay. So, and I'm going to tell you guys, actually, I'll give you kind of a schedule. Tomorrow or next week is the continuation of, of last week. And if for any of you that missed, that was Wolverine versus Hulk. And the week after that is going to be Psylocke. And actually, I have to admit, I missed Psylocke. I missed a couple of sketches in Toronto. I just couldn't get them done. And so Psylocke was one of those. And I thought, you know what? I haven't done Psylocke. She's a great character. I want to do more female characters always. Like they're always good to do. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to do Psylocke. So that'll be the week after next. So we're like planned out here. Does he have? He's pretty well banged out all of his teeth.
Oh my gosh, I still have a cramp. JDSCT has a super chat for $10. JDSCT says, "Hey Dave, Fan Expo was great. It was a pleasure to get to spend a bit of time with you and watch you work in person. I was the one with wheels sporting the Dave Finch shirt."
I was just about to complain. You can't it would be nice if you would say, "Hey, I'm JDST," because then I would remember. But now I remember. Yeah, actually, JDST had a Finch flock shirt with the little symbol. I was pretty amazed. I thought it was great. And yeah, it was really great talking to you. We talked for a little while. It was nice. And I can't tell you how nice it is to meet people that have watched the stream, and especially people that
to wear the shirt, because Dave came home, he's like, somebody was wearing this shirt.
Oh yeah, I was bragging about it. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty great. He's got a mustache.
Some people are a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Some people are fans of the Dave Finch.
To totally equal numbers too.
Yeah, totally. We have to have our own colors.
Right.
R9 says, "Meredith Finch, please say to the David Finch that is drawing the Dracula head too small."
R9 said that?
Yep.
You really think so?
Drawing the Dracula head too small.
I don't think I'm okay. I don't want to, just say, no, you're wrong, but I do think it's not too small. And I keep drawing it. If I end up drawing this too small, then I will acknowledge that you were right.
It was a while ago, so it could have been in the pencil stage.
Maybe. Well, we'll see.
Because then after that was the whole Farm Simulator conversation where they guessed that you were playing Farm Simulator.
I cannot believe that. Yeah, I have no excuse. I'm sorry.
You love it.
I do.
You love it.
Yeah. No one's shooting me.
No one's shooting him. Jason Jones says, "I play Farming Simulator 19 as well."
See, there you go.
There you go.
Solidarity, Jason.
Yep. And to go along with that, Rich Friend is in the house.
Hey, Rich. When are we going to have Rich on? Rich, when are you going to come on again?
I don't know.
He's got to come on soon. I'd like to, actually, you know what? I'd like to email Rich and see if we could plan something. It'd be great to have him on. It's been a little while. And the last time we had Rich on, by the way, I should mention, because I think you guys all know this. You all know Rich. But Rich is a comic book inker and also artist and also writer now of his own comic.
Rich is like a trifecta.
Yeah, you can find Rich on his own
comic
YouTube
book
channel.
Trifecta.
And we worked together for a long time.
On Wonder Woman.
Yeah, well, Wonder Woman, Justice
Forever
League,
Evil.
Batman.
Wasn't he on Forever Evil with you?
Yes. Yep. Forever Evil was a big crossover.
So listen, Eric Robart says, "I legit want to play Lawn Mowing Simulator."
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I must admit, I've watched a video of it being played.
It's just cathartic. There's something about it, because, okay, so I love cutting the grass here, and we have a lot of grass. Actually, we have a lot of weeds and a little grass, but it still takes a long time to cut. And I've got one of those, you sit on it and it's got the handles, zero turn. And
he'll be out there for 3 hours
or more. And I love it. I love every minute of it. And I saw
Lawnmower.
and I
There's
thought,
literally a
"Ooh,
lawnmower
I could
simulator.
totally do that.
You totally would do that. He likes the games where he just gets lost in the vision.
Well, it depends. I go back and forth. Actually, Eric recommended Deathloop to me about a month ago, maybe a little bit more, and I've been
He
playing.
played it. He kept getting frustrated.
Oh no, I loved it.
What was the frustrating game that you were playing?
Far Cry.
Oh,
Yeah, Deathloop I loved. I have to admit I got to a point where I haven't quite finished it, and I keep having to go back and play the same level over and over and over again. And I'm like, okay, taking a break. So I'll be back to it. I'm going to finish that game, but for now, I'm making crops.
so Ross Klein's trying to start a fight.
Okay.
Ross Klein says, "What? No French drain?" Because I was talking about the flooding.
Yeah, no French drain, and you can totally blame Meredith for that. And I've
Ross,
been complaining about that.
I'm working on stuff, and unfortunately, the drainage. There's no point in doing the drainage until we're all done doing projects around the farm. Because every time we do something, like
It floods
put
out
in the
'cause we have
water
no
line,
drainage.
it changes the way water drains on the property.
Actually, it does. It's true.
So that's the next summer project.
Not really.
Because you can't do it now because I can't even get the tractor. And I almost got the tractor bogged down like 5 times this weekend. I got stuck building my road around the arena. And so I thought I'll just drive forward instead of backward. So I drove up all the way around the arena. And then I almost got stuck like 5 times. I had to use, thank goodness I have the bucket because I could like loop, push it back with the bucket. You know what I mean? So true. All right. Next super chat comes from Danny Brown for $2. Danny says, any chance of a Dave Finch art book on the way? There's supposed to be a Kickstarter happening.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's going on with that? Is that you? Are we waiting on you?
Sort of. I finished the picture that I needed to do for it, and I've actually been done for a little bit.
You haven't sent it in.
I have. Yeah, I haven't sent it in. It's true. It's coming. I will have it in this week. I think I said that last week. I'll have it in this week. I'm not going anywhere this week. That helps.
Send it in tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's coming right up. And I mean, the book is done. It has actually been done for a little while. Everybody else did their part. It's always me.
It's always Dave. Blame it on Dave. Every time. All right. Next super chat comes. I want to make sure I don't miss one because that is the worst when I do. I always feel so guilty all night long. Oh, here's Jamal. Rashad says, Meredith Finch, maybe a little, but I want to bless you guys because you guys are great people and my drawing skills have evolved due to you too. I want to bless your family outside of Monday Draw. Thank you so much, Jamal. That's so
thank
sweet.
you very much.
We appreciate that. Next super chat comes from Michael Carter for $50.
Wow.
Michael says, happy Monday night draw. Dave, keep up the great artwork. P.S. The show is far better when Meredith is hosting. Aw, Michael, just send me a writer so I'll send you a Christmas card. It's coming. Christmas is coming. I'll put you on my list.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Anybody
Very
who
generous.
compliments Meredith gets on the list. No bands. Christmas card list. It is coming. Christmas is coming. I'm starting to think about it.
It is coming.
All right. Kevin Mandevil has a super chat for $19.99. Kevin says, Kevin says, David, I consider myself pretty well versed in your catalog of work. And you've said on the stream that the Call of Duty book was your first work at Marvel. But this week I came across a Star Trek X-Men comic circa 1996.
That's true. Actually, I lied even more than just that. Not intentionally. Put that out there. But yeah, okay, so it didn't feel like Marvel because I did it for Top Cow. It was just in the studio. Mark Silvestri was behind on pages, so I got a page. Billy Tan did a bunch of pages. Yeah, that's true. And it had X-Men characters on the page. So I lied. Dang. And also, I did X-Men Unlimited, 2 short stories. That was actually the first stuff that I did. It was 2 12-page stories. And really, the reason that I did that was when I got to Marvel, they wanted to work with me. I wanted to work with them. They didn't trust me. And so they were very afraid of giving me something that could not come out and cause a lot of problems. And so I got X-Men Unlimited short stories that could be printed at any time. And because I had a reputation coming out of Top Cow, totally undeserved, obviously, of not being the most on the ball. So they were hedging their bets, and so that's what I did first, and then I did the call. So actually, it really wasn't my first Marvel stuff.
So Kevin Mandeville posted on the stream, Meredith Finch, we should let the flock know that moderator extraordinaire Eric Grove Art is now doing painting commissions so that we can show our support. So there you go, Eric, painting commissions. Woo, woo. He's going to pay for Christmas.
Is he putting that up on our website?
I don't know.
I'll talk to him about it tomorrow.
I don't even know.
Well, if he's not, he definitely.
I don't even know. That's all I'm saying. How many simulators are there? There's like walking simulator, trucking simulator, lawn mowing simulator,
car mechanic
simulator.
There's everything. There really is. Yeah.
Is there like a horseback riding simulator?
I'm sure, probably.
I actually saw on my Facebook stream, because I'm sure this is no surprise, a post about, I was telling my husband how dangerous it was for him to get on his motorcycle. And then I got on my 1,200-pound horse with, independent thought. And I thought, that's my life right there. And when you and Lance were comparing accident statistics the week before I had my accident.
Was that really the week? No.
It was like the week before my accident.
We did that to you then?
You did it.
It was our bad vibes.
You totally sent bad vibes my way.
I'll bring that up just a bit.
All right. Corey has a super chat for €5. Corey says, I have an issue where faces on a 3/4 view downward angle look warped. The head construction looks fine when I flip it, but with features, it falls apart.
Okay. Three-quarter view, that would be about like this. Downward angle. So I'm just drawing my head construction in here. There's the line for my brow, my nose, my chin. Those are equal divisions. You can, and like if I'm drawing a head, you're looking up at it. Here's a head. I'm just gonna do this really quickly. You're extremely looking up at a head at an extreme angle. Here's my nose. I tend to go actually a little further out for the chin and bring it out a little bit, and it works. But on this angle, if I bring this in, it starts looking wrong. Like it starts looking really crushed. So I don't do that. But you could. I find it doesn't work for me. And you can see how I started drawing the face, and then the ball that I drew for the head was a little small there. So it's always, little minor adjustments just to be aware of. So your ear lines up right here. My chin should be here. My neck, the big muscle here, which you can totally see because I'm ripped.
Right.
It comes just out from the ear. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to lighten this down. And let's talk about why that can happen. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw an eye. You're looking directly at it. And I'll make it simple, but here's an eye. I'm looking directly at the eye. And you can see there's a bit of space up here from the side. Here's my eye. Here's my brow. And there's a space there. And so when you're looking down at the eye, let's look up at it first. So here, I'm going to look up at the eye. That means the whole eye kind of curves upward. And that actually increases the distance here and really decreases what you can see below the eye here. You have to think about it like being in a socket like this. And so if I'm looking really down at the eye, here's my eye. The upper lid is going to be very flat. The lower lid is going to be more curved because I'm looking down at it. And the brow is going to be really right on top of the eye, because that would be foreshortened away from you. And a big reason why faces can look flat when you're looking down at them, so I'm going to draw my eye in here, is leaving that space and not adjusting for that. So there's one eye, my other eye here, and there's my brow. This could even be almost completely obscured. And then the nose comes out from the face like this. And so you need to project it downward. You can't put the tip of your nose here. It needs to project outward and downward. So I've simplified the nose in order to show that, but that's what you need to be aware of. And so now I've got my lower jaw here, and my lip, my mouth is here. My upper lip is going to be very thin. My lower lip you'll see more of, like this. And making sure to account for the fact that that upper lip is going to be foreshortened, and so you'll only see a little sliver, but you will see the lower lip. This space under the mouth, so your mouth, when you look straight at it, here's your upper lip, here's your lower lip, really simple. You've got this kind of a construction underneath it, and then your chin here. But it's so bad that you can't even tell what I'm drawing. Hopefully, I'll draw from the side. So
You're fine. If I could tell.
Okay, so
what the stream is much more art verse than I am.
Okay, so it's this area here, right here, and that's a terrible face, I know, but you really don't see much of that at all because it would be foreshortened in, and so it's really just accounting for those changes that are a result of foreshortening, and that will solve that problem, and that's why you're having that problem.
Genius advice from Dave Finch.
Look, it's going to happen to every single. It happened to me. It happens to everyone. I think it's an inevitable mistake. You know, some things you have to do wrong before you can realize why it didn't work and then fix it.
Fair enough. I'm reading because I'm on a theme tonight. I'm going to read Luke for Woodson's comment. Luke says, I fight flooding water all the time. I finally have someone coming out to do dirt work and a French drain.
Wow.
Pumped. That's going to be us next year.
Yes.
And Ross Klein says, I feel your pain.
Yeah.
We'll get a French. We're going to have multiple drains next year. Like multiple drains.
Yeah, it is so.
But you can't do it till you're done all your construction. Because you don't know how it's going to affect water.
I talked to our neighbor. He's 88.
Which one, Dick?
Dick, yep. And he said, yeah, a lot of people, because a few people have bought the place where we are now. And he said, yeah, a few people said they were going to, put some drainage in. No one ever did. And he's a little bitter about it because his place floods out as a result of ours. So I don't think he believes us. But we're going to do it. It's coming.
Well, if Dick has looked at all the stuff we've done this year, he should believe us.
He's cynical.
Well, a lot of people said they were going to build on our property too, and we're the only ones that did. So
there you go. You're very defensive.
Yes, I am. It's rain day. Rain days make me punchy. Also, I had a cup of steeping since 9 o'clock in the morning tea with 5 bags in it at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So.
Wow.
Probably not going to get a yawn from me tonight.
Hey, there you go. That's good because I'm going to draw a bat right now.
Because I was outside on the tractor in the rain, freezing my hiney off, trying to add some screenings to the arena to get rid of the flooding in there.
This is such a mistake. I'm trying to draw a bat without doing any pencils.
No, don't do that.
I'm going to see what happens.
Don't do it. Oh my gosh. Jimmy Reyes says, I like playing Comic Artist Simulator. Oh, Jimmy, you crack me up.
Comic Artist Simulator. It's, an hour of drawing a picture and then 30 hours of trying to get paid. DC,
the Great 16 has a super chat. But I don't, for 99 cents, but I don't see a comment. So DC, the Great. Just tag me and I will read your Comment.
If this bat turns out badly enough, it's just going to end up being
Oops.
shouted out.
Forgot a question. LOL on the super chat. You said that, DC, but where's the question? Where's the question? I'm going to keep. Let me just scroll for DC's question. Did DC the Great ask a question? I'm looking.
Oh, what a mess. This is what
Hold
I
on.
get. Oh, what a mess.
See, I told you not to do it without.
No reference. I don't know how to draw.
I told you not to do it. I told you.
I can fix it.
Told you not to do it.
I can fix it. I think. We'll see. I'm going to draw another bat up here. This one will just be a shadow, thankfully.
That's not the worst.
Well, once you'd be amazed at how much you can fix something with shadow. So we'll see. Sad. Okay. I'm going to start putting some shadow in.
I don't see DC the Great's question. So I'm just going to keep rolling down the stream. Macchio Church says there's Egg Inc. Hey, Dave. It's Dave Egg Inc. is a chicken farming game.
Egg Inc.
Maybe he's just making that up. Maybe he's making fun of you, chicken farmer. Maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah. 5 eggs out of those chickens today. We got 5 chickens. I'd say, 40% of the time we get 5 eggs?
I had 3 this week.
They're pretty good.
They were sad that you were away.
Yeah.
This weekend, they're like, "Where's Daddy? He's not here. I'm not going to lay an egg."
I'd say that's probably what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a mean mom. All right. Just scrolling through the chat. Everybody's like, "Pick me, pick me." David Reyes says, "Can you draw Black Panther next stream?" Davis, you are not paying attention. Next stream, we're doing Hulk to finish off the Hulk Wolverine. And then the week after that, we're doing Psylocke to finish off a commission that Dave left in Toronto, had left over from Toronto. And then we'll see.
Well, and
you have actually done Black Panther last year,
yeah,
too.
we did Black Panther last year.
So I feel like we got to do somebody who we didn't do last year. We've got a long list.
Yes. Now, there's a point. I'll be going back to characters for sure. But for now, yeah.
We have a long list.
I did Black Panther. It has been almost a year. It's been a long time.
Like Alfin says there's a doing the dishes simulator. Stop it. Lance Boyer says there's a power washing simulator. I think there's a goat simulator.
Yeah.
What's a goat simulator?
It's a little different. You have a goat that you can barely control, and you flop it around and break things with it.
Really?
Yep. I tried.
Okay.
I tried it.
You stop it. You tried it?
Yep.
Is that sigh big enough? I can't believe you tried Goat Simulator.
Yep.
I don't even know what to say. All right. Still scrolling through the super chat, which Rich Friend is very active on, by the way. Rich, who we love with all our heart.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to have to talk, and hopefully Rich will be willing
Rich
to.
says, the fact that we can watch David weekly is insane. We are so fortunate.
Oh, thank you, Rich.
Rich is the best.
We need to talk, and hopefully Rich will be willing to do something where we can draw something, you know?
We haven't done a draw long stream. We could do that like 3 weeks from now.
You want to do it where you're involved? I don't know if that would work.
No, because that's too many people talking.
Well, the thing is,
I don't want to share the spotlight. Monday night's all about me.
I can't have professionals on the stream with you on here, though.
No, it's true. It's not.
Sends the wrong message.
Having them hang out with your wife.
Yeah.
I'll just drink that night.
Okay.
Would that be better?
Perfect. No, actually, it would be great. You know what?
No, you didn't. You uninvited me. Too bad now. Sorry, Rich. Dave uninvited me. Michael Johnson Curry has a super chat for $9.99. Saved by Michael Johnson Curry. Doing a script for a contest. It's overly dense, asking 7 to 10 panels a page with multiple actions. Would it be a good idea to reduce the panels, or do the writers want you to follow the script exactly?
Oh, wow.
As a writer, I personally feel like if the storytelling is awesome and you can tell what the intention of what I'm doing in less panels, I don't personally complain about that. I don't know if I'm the exception or the rule, though. Because I think there are some writers who are like, this must be this way because I wrote it this way.
Yes, there are some. And
so I don't know.
Look, there are pencilers that are impossible. There are inkers that are impossible. Look, so, nothing against writers to say that, but there are some that are impossible. It's true. My advice, you know what? All I'm going to say is, if you wouldn't mind, send me the script. Maybe we could talk about it this week. So just, email me and let's talk about it. Because I'd be really curious to see. I might have like a few ideas maybe that I can try and help if they're, because it really is a fine line between fixing those things and then doing things that will make them angry. And it's so hard to know, but
yeah,
I can try and help.
Truth. Tagmo Model Works has a super chat for $5. Tag says, "A mean mom reminds me of a song. And I can't do it. So I'm just, because if I sing the tune."
Oh, you know the song? There's a
yes.
song? Okay, I don't.
"You are a mean one."
Oh.
Mrs. Finch.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yes. Yeah. And then he laughed. Ha ha ha. Because it's like, even just saying it gives you the intonation of the song.
It does.
It does. It's so good. I love that song. Isaac loves that song too. We sing it every Christmas.
So I was talking to Johnny Desjardins this week at the convention. He was at the conventions, and we did a stream actually this summer where Johnny was doing his palette knife painting, and I was desperately trying to do it with him, and it was awful, but his was great. Anyway, he is also doing, and I've seen obviously a lot of artists do this, and I never try it, tone paper. So, you use tone paper and then you can bring it up to white also. And I know Eric has been doing that too. And I've been kind of like, yeah, it looks great, because it does when Eric has been doing it, but I haven't tried it. Anyway, I tried it a little bit this weekend to mixed success. And so I really want to do a stream with Eric where we kind of go over that. And he's been doing so well with it. I think it would really work. So anyway, I'm going to bug Eric about it. Actually, I guess I am right now because Eric's here. Eric, I want to do that coming up over the next couple of weeks.
Got a lot of stuff he wants to do with you, Eric. Yeah. He misses your summertime shows.
I do.
You and all your free time.
I know that really has been the problem.
That's the problem. You have no idea. I just want to say this. You guys have no idea how grumpy, like capital G grumpy, maybe all caps grumpy, you were toward the end of last week before you went to the convention. I actually think it's good that you had some time to just sit on your hands, because you needed it.
Yeah, that's totally what I did there.
Yeah. That morning, didn't you? A little bit of time?
Yeah. Okay. Actually,
a little bit of time.
I had no paper.
Yeah. Well, so you had a little bit of time.
So I had a little bit. It's true. I had a little bit.
You need a little bit of time.
I don't know if that time helped me or
I know you seem happier when you came home.
You think so?
Yep. Maybe you've just been taking your pills.
You're so fired.
You can't fire me. My name's on the stream. Greg L. Static Art has a super chat for $2. Hey, D&M. I'm late because I was out and the phone was dying. It's the worst.
Yeah.
The worst. The phone batteries last so much longer. But my goodness, it's the worst when you're like, oh, low power mode. Please don't die on me. I am the blood says, hey guys, hello from Russia and Whoops. I hate when that happens. I'm like halfway through reading a sentence.
It blipped over.
And then it blipped. Hello from Russia, and I wish you all the best. Hello, I am the blood.
Hello. Hello from Canada.
Hello from Canada. Also the frozen Northland.
Yeah.
Why everybody wants me to draw too? It's Monday Night Draw, I guess. They want Meredith to draw too. One Mighty says, let Meredith draw too.
Well,
and
Mighty.
Alphin says, yeah, let Meredith draw too. I mean, we watched Meredith draw. That was the last stream, the 175,000 giveaway.
We didn't do that. We did 150.
Okay, 150 then.
So it's been a little while, and we are at 194, almost 195 right now. So over the next little bit, we'll be doing the next one for 200,000. Maybe I should knock on wood when I say that, but
you're gonna make it.
But
I just knocked on wood.
We'll make Meredith draw something then too. I think that'd be fun. It's hard. It's been a little while.
Alphin says, my wife drew something once. I was surprised at how good she drew for never drawing. That's not me. That's not Meredith. No. I mean, you guys know. You saw my chicken. It was not good. I'm going to have to practice the chicken. The chicken and the horse was even worse. I have to practice my chickens and my horses.
Yeah, people say a lot of things about Meredith, but competent and skilled.
Competent artist, not one of them. I got to draw a mean one-woman stick figure. That's about it. Kevin.
In general, but yeah.
Don't make me laugh. Kevin Mandeville has a super chat for $9.99. Kevin says, this super chat is totally self-serving because I love the characters, but I just want to suggest Ripclaw versus Warblade Peace 1 week. Just saying.
That is happening. That's coming. Oh, what a great suggestion. How have I not drawn Ripclaw yet?
I don't know. How have you not drawn Ripclaw yet?
Okay, I'm definitely 100% doing that.
Everybody loves tone paper, by the way. Matthew Fuentes says, love tone paper. It adds a layer of white that's cool.
It does. It also adds a layer of me not being used to it. So it can be a challenge. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to do it with Eric beforehand and have him kind of show me a few things so I don't humiliate myself. And then
no, you should totally humiliate yourself on the stream. People like that. People like to know that you're human. That your struggles are their struggles. That's why they love you.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, people. I'm not wrong.
Nobody wants to see me fail every single time, though.
Nobody. Oh, yeah. Because every Monday night you just sit here and fail.
I've had a few stinkers.
Name one.
Death's Head, and I'm so sorry, Henry, because that was Henry Jeremick's suggestion, and I don't think I did a very good job on that one.
I think,
See, you agree.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Kevin Mandeville says, didn't somebody win that Meredith drawing? That Meredith drawing actually got returned to us. It showed up last week.
Yeah.
In a FedEx box.
I forgot. It was actually...
It was for a young boy, whoever the young boy was. Can't remember his name.
We need to figure that out. Yeah,
it got returned.
Sent it out, and it got returned, and now I don't know how to fulfill that one. So somebody won it, and we have it back.
I got the chicken drawing back.
So yeah. Well,
let's put it this way. The chicken drawing was so bad, I got it back.
Well, it wasn't just a chicken drawing. Mine was on there too. We both had our drawing.
Oh, well, maybe your drawing was bad too.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the case.
See, there you go. There's a bad drawing.
Maybe my chicken drawing just deflated your actual drawing to the point where nobody wanted that drawing.
Either way, though, I really would like it if we could find where to send that. And I hate that somebody won and then we have not sent it. Well, we sent it out, but
I have an exciting proposition. Thanks to Die Here to Michael G for the 200K.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot a video. Die Here to Michael G says, I'd rather watch Dave ride a horse.
Not happening. I love you all. Never.
I think we should totally do that.
I'm not doing it. So.
If we hit 200K,
no,
I will put
can
Dave.
Promise that all you want.
I'll put Dave on a horse and I'll walk him around and I'll take a video. All I have to do is
Meredith, it is not happening. I know
just sit on him.
It is not happening.
It's going to happen. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. If I could get on your motorcycle, you can get on a horse.
That's blackmail.
Yeah, well, I got on your motorcycle. And I've been on it multiple times now. And I said I would never get on your motorcycle until hell froze over. And I don't recall you laying down any kind of comment like that about a horse. I'll put you on Monster. He's sweet as sweet can be. You're big enough, it'll look cute.
Oh, that's especially that's what I'm going for.
I could put you on Vinny, but I have to ride him for a week before I did that. Anybody,
Okay,
I could put you on.
all right. Anyway,
I could put you on Dipper. He's your favorite.
Yeah.
We'll find a horse for Dave, and I'll videotape it, and we'll show it on the 200K giveaway. Did you like how I did that?
Yeah, that's great.
Henry Jeremick. Meredith draws. She draws attention whenever she has a problem. So true, Henry. So true, Henry. Wait a second. I've lost. Now I'm just scrolling. Do you know what your book of the week's going to be?
I do.
Oh, cool. It's not time yet. I'm just asking.
Well, I just glanced at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going pretty quick, but
You
it's
are.
going to slow down in just a minute once I hit that bat. And I've got some tombstones and stuff. So
What?
yeah, it's a guy in a suit. If I just did the guy in the suit, we would be here not that long. So
All right. Brad Scott Art has a super chat for $20. Brad says, "Hola, David. Toned paper is pure awesomeness. The range of things you can do with ink, white, and sometimes a splash of color is great. However, you can't white out a mistake." Question: drawing female jawlines and Miss Meredith rules.
Okay.
That was a lot.
It was a lot, but okay. So that is actually a good point that you can't fix mistakes. And I use whiteout for mistakes all the time. I think what that means is I would actually have to probably be a little more careful with the drawing. All right. So a female jawline. I'm going to draw, I'm on here. Okay. So here's my regular head. This just take me a second just to get this established here. My eye level, my nose, jaw, my forehead, my ear, round back here. And my mouth is going to be about here, and that's about where my jaw lines up, just right here. Okay, so I'm going to have to actually make this just a little bit cleaner, Meredith, so I hope you don't mind.
I'm just reading the stream.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a male face, and I'm just going to make it female. So here's my eyes. Obviously, this is still a little loose, but trying to be quick. All right. I'm actually going to make them just a little bit longer on the jaw. And that's not so, like, I try to make that line up. When it doesn't line up, I think I maybe went a little bit too big with the eyes. Whatever it is, I find it very difficult to be 100% perfectly bang on when I draw things. So I end up having to fix. So that wasn't an intentional thing where I made the jaw bigger than my initial sketch. That was just a mistake on my part. So there's male face. Okay. And so to make this female, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to erase the jaw, actually. Erase that line there. I don't want harsh lines. And I also need to erase the neck because the neck would be too wide. And so I'm just going to soften this line here. I'm going to come into a point. I'm going to shorten that a little bit from where I was with the male jaw. Bring this in just a little bit here. And now I've got something much softer. I want just softer lines in general. And now, and this is obviously all women don't wear, eye makeup, but it certainly helps sell that as a woman. And then I'm just going to go a little bit more full in the lips. And that's more of a female face. And I'm just going to adjust the neck. And that's a female face. And all I did is I softened that hard line for the cheekbone. I brought in and softened this whole line. My original chin line was down here. I brought it up to here. I made it a little bit more narrow and softened this whole line here. And then I brought the neck in. Then my neck was originally all the way out there, and I brought the neck in quite a bit. And that really is all you need to do to go from a male face to a female face. It's not much. All right.
He makes it look so easy.
It's easy.
So I've decided if we don't do Dave, thanks to Nick from Detroit, if we don't do Dave riding a horse,
yeah,
we'll have Dave wrangling chickens.
There you go. I'll do that.
We'll take a video of Dave with the chickens. I do think you should get it on a horse. Kevin Mandevil says Monster is the sweet horse, quote unquote. But actually, Monster is the sweet horse. He's the sweetest. He is.
I'm not commenting.
You know he is.
He is. He's a very nice horse. He really is. It's true. He's a good horse. You know what the best thing about horses is? And I can't make them do it much. You're very good at this. But you scratch them right here, kind of right where
their wither.
Okay. And they lift their head up and they start playing around with their lips like whoop, whoop, whoop.
They make the funniest little faces.
Yeah. I can barely, like every once in a while I can get that, but it's hard.
Yeah. I can do it with all three of them. I can't do it with Vinny. It's very hard to get Vinny to do that.
I don't know if it's because I just trust you more or if you're just hitting that spot better, but
maybe I have more nail.
Yeah.
You got to get in like a little tooth because that's what they do to each other.
Yeah. Anyway, always cracks me up.
They do. I wish I could get more video of it.
You should. Yeah. Well,
it's hard to scratch and video at the same time.
There you go. Yeah.
We'll have to do it. We'll have to like do a team up.
Just what I need. Hanging out with the horses more.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not covering this with one thing I find.
Oh, wait. Eric Grobart. I got to read this super chat or this comment from Eric. Eric says, Meredith Finch, technically, since you sat on Dave's motorbike, that is 100 horsepower. So Dave owes you sitting on 100 horses.
Eric said that?
Eric, thank you. You're the bomb.
Come on.
Eric said that.
Where's the solidarity?
Oh, it's totally with Meredith. That's because everybody wants to see you on a horse.
Well, if Erica's telling me I need to do what I'm going to do it.
All right. Oh, did you hear that? Woo, woo, Dave on a horse. I'll give you a helmet. Sure, we can find one to fit your head.
Yeah.
You can wear your motorcycle helmet. Would that make it feel better?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. We'll have Dave on the horse with his motorcycle helmet. WB Hughes has a super chat for $2. WB says, I'm a little late. You write well, and Dave looks rad.
Thank you very, very much.
The best part is Dave, he didn't write Dave looks red, which has happened on the stream.
It has. I'm looking a little less red nowadays, though. I've kind of fixed that.
You're not out in the sun.
It's not just that. The camera is not.
Fix your lighting.
Yeah. So I'm going so dark with this to try and recover it because it sucked so badly. And we'll see. And then I can go in with whiteout. This is why I couldn't do this as a tonal drawing.
And Julio Torres is here tonight. Almost didn't make it. Allie and Dad here. How's our awesome Finch vlog today on this spooky night? Hey, Dave. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Eric Grobart.
Good to see Julio and Allie here.
Hey, Allie.
Oh,
Alan Mata Art says, not looking forward to the background, and I don't know why. I don't know what to tell you, Alan. I'm not looking forward to the background either. Means I got to stay up that much later. Henry says, Dave, I like the Death's Head too. It's a great drawing.
Oh, good.
But you can always draw him again. Standing in mist with a blade arm. LOL.
Well, I owe Henry another one coming up pretty soon, so we'll have to talk about what that's going to be. It's not Death's Head, though. I've already done Death's Head.
Ketopia says, Dave on a horse? Boom.
Yeah, it's going to be a disaster.
It's not going to be a disaster. wouldn't put you in a situation where you were unsafe. I put my own kid on that horse.
I'm not worried about getting hurt on a horse.
Well, then what are you worried about?
Looking like the kind of guy that rides a horse.
Olympics. Wait a second. You know what time it is, Dave?
Time for me to keep blocking this out until hopefully something comes out of
It's
it.
time for the book of the week.
All right.
Books are what we seek. Henry wrote some words for me, but I can't remember on the book of the week. Yeah. It's time for the book of the... I'm a little bit high today. I'm a little pitchy.
Okay, well, you're good. So we got it. Thank you.
We're gonna look at Dracula, the book of the week.
So this week's book of the week is Dracula. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula. There was a movie that came out more than 20 years ago. I mean, it's a long time ago now. And Mike Mignola was heavily involved in the production of the movie. I think he actually did storyboards for it. And he also did the tie-in comic. And normally tie-in comics are, not the greatest, but this one has to be, I think, the greatest tie-in comic of all time. And this is some of Mike Mignola's best work. I think for me, and it's, artists grow and adapt in their own way. And, you have to be allowed to do that. This is still my favorite period of his work. He did this right around the same time he did the first issue of Hellboy. Anyway, so all the way through. I mean, you can see this is just page 1, and look at how incredible that is. Just from a design standpoint, it is absolutely amazing. I love what he did with the rocks. It really, everything fans around him so well. It's the only thing with any real directional lines. They point directly at the main character. Beautifully done. Every shot in here is like a compositional masterpiece. This right here, where he's got his whole foreground and his character kind of integrated with that pillar in the foreground, is just, I mean, that right there is just it looks like a great cover. And then this whole thing here, there's really no rendering here. He's very sparse with his floor backgrounds. Like, he's got him in water. Everything it's like layered blacks, and it's so beautifully done. It's an amazing panel. And that's just really talking about the backgrounds. I'm going to kind of skip ahead just a little bit, because this is my favorite scene of it. There's actually 4 books of this. I had a full book of it. I can't find it. So this is, what issue is this? This is issue 2. There are 4 of them. This page here, these faces are absolutely amazing. I love this panel, just the way it's designed. He's got a black background up here that kind of fades to light, and so it really frames his figure perfectly. And then he's got his face, and this is where the colors really helps too. That face is done completely white, and so it just really pops against that black wall behind it. It's really incredible. And there are a few other panels with that guy in this book too, and I can't remember which book they are in necessarily, but every page in this is like a masterclass of just great set design, incredible lighting on faces. It's done in such a way that it's very, very simple. And this, for me, when I was learning how to do lighting, I found Mike Mignola's work to be really, really useful. There's a big pin up in the center. Really amazing. Look at that. I should just copy that. Let me just stop my drawing. We'll just copy this. All this lighting on faces, it looks very realistic, but it's actually very, very simplified. And I found it really easy for me to be able to use this and kind of learn planes and get comfortable with it in a way that helped me more than with artists that are really complex with the different forms on faces and bodies and everything. It simplified it really, really well for me. So it was a huge influence for me when I was kind of starting out. And I was really trying to do this as much as I could. And there were a few places where I feel like I really kind of captured it for me well. I was very happy with it, and a few places where I couldn't. But like this shot right here, it's mostly shadowed in silhouette. And even the trees are just light and dark shapes. And it is really lush and incredible. It's too bad because since there are 4 books, there are elements of each book that I love, and there's a particular panel that I'm thinking of, and I know it's not in this one now, but it's all right. You can see every page here, I think, is really a masterclass. That is such a great panel. It just has so much visual power to it, and it is so simple. It's something I've never been able to capture with my work anywhere near like Mike Mignola can. And it's why not only I'm such a huge fan of his work, but so are so many other artists. So yeah, that's the book of the week this week. Mike Mignola's Dracula. I felt like it was a good time to bring this one out. That's a great looking bat. There we go. That's what I should have been looking at. My bat's going to take a lot of weight out. All right, let's get back to it.
I love the music of the book of the week. Time for the book of the week. Time for the book of the week. Time for the book of the week.
In my defense, I'm pretty sure that Mike Mignola referenced that bat.
You think?
Well, I'm telling myself that. I think so, yeah. I do think so.
All right. Jasmine Ellis wants to know, Meredith, is it true that the smaller the horse, the more expensive they are? The miniature horses? That is not true.
No, we have a little mini horse. It's tiny, and that thing was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But, what are you going to do with one of those things? I don't even think they're good eating.
How could you even say such a thing about Stevie? Poor Stevie.
I hate to have him kind of intersect underneath here, but he was so cut off. I think it's looking a little better. The amount of times I do this in my drawing where I just get lost and then I just start throwing detail in and I keep hoping that it'll eventually mask out how.
That's usually how your painting works.
Yeah, especially painting, yeah. One day I'll get better at it.
All right. Joshua Llewellyn has a super chat for $5. Joshua says, Dave, you inspired me to start drawing again after a long time off. Check out a band called Spirit Box if you like melodic metal.
All right.
They are amazing.
All right. Spirit Box. I'll give it a try. Thank you. I've been using a friend of mine's playlist on the motorcycle. We've got Spotify, and he's got 12 hours of heavy metal music on there. So I'm learning a lot of bands.
Who knew it was possible to have 12 hours of heavy metal music? And really, why?
Well, because you could really ride your motorcycle, to the moon and not hear the same song twice. If you could get to the moon, you know what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but I get to ask the question, why? Who wants to listen to rage music for 12 hours?
When you're on a motorcycle, everything's angry.
When I ride your motorcycle, I'm like, sunshine.
Okay.
I wanted to keep going with that song, but I couldn't because I would get banned or copyright struck, but there you go. I sing happy songs.
Well, that's going to have to do. I mean, I'll fix it.
You're done?
No. The bat, I'll be able to fix it more than that. But for right now, it looks better than it did.
Like you can't, even I would say you can't finish up right after the book of the week.
No. Oh, no. We got a lot to go. We're going to be here for hours.
Kevin Mandevil's laughing at us right now.
Why is that?
Stevie, the mini horse. Stevie is the best name for him, though. He's like a total Stevie.
He came with that name. I don't know why.
He did, but it was nobody's changing it because it was the best name.
Monster came with that name too.
Yeah, and Monster Mash. That was a great name.
Too. Do you ever change a horse's name? You pretty much
Dipper, Abby. I changed Dipper and Abby's names.
Okay, yeah. Well, Dipper is. I think we've said this before, but Dipper is from what show? Steven Universe or something?
No.
Anyway, our son named Dipper.
The one with the moon. What's that show? Stream will know. He's like, he watched it all the time.
Yeah.
We're terrible parents. I can't remember. The name he came with was Princeton. He is totally not a Princeton.
No.
He's absolutely a big dippy-doo. Alessandro Kreppel says, I listen to heavy music, metal music, to everything, even to sleep.
Yeah. See?
Best name I can think of says metal is life. You guys are so broken. BLT says, I got time for the book of the week stuck in my head now.
I am so sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Should almost be grounds for a lawsuit.
Tomorrow morning, you're going to be driving us to work going, time for the book of the week. So true. I just want to make sure I haven't missed any super chats. So I'm just going to scroll up through the stream a little bit. And then I'm going to go back down to the bottom because I don't see anything. Alvin says, I like Turn the Page Metallica version.
Yeah. I like the original version too, though. You know, by the way.
Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls.
That's it. See?
You realize in the description of this video, I said we were going to talk about horror movies and our favorite horror comic artists, and we have not talked about that for a second.
We talked about metal. That seems like horror.
Yeah, on theme. A little bit.
Navy Sharks is here with a super chat for $20. Navy Shark says, hi, everybody.
Hey, Navy Sharks, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Good to see you here.
All right. My favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
You're gonna be shocked by this.
Okay.
Because then I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay. The Exorcist.
I Am Legend.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I am surprised.
And the reason it's my favorite horror movie is because I couldn't take the movie, and I made Dave get up and leave the theater.
Oh, so you like it because it caused me pain. That's great. Yeah, I saw half that movie in the theater, and then I had to leave. I seriously considered,
it was a testament to how much you love me.
What was I thinking?
You love me. Actually, I do like that movie, though. It was such a good movie. Like, it's scary. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But, when I think, I do like that horror movie. I can't think of any other ones that I would watch that one again.
Right.
Right? So
Just not in a theater.
No, probably not. Well, I know what's going to happen now. So,
yeah.
But still. I can't think of another. I don't watch horror movies. So what other horror movie would I even watch? My sister went through the whole Exorcist, Poltergeist. Those are not for me.
No.
I don't like those. Not for me. So yeah, I'm going to go with I Am Legend. And it's so funny because Alpha was like, I bet it's not Legend. But that was it. And then Jason Bourne says, I Am Legend. That wasn't even scary.
See?
You know what? Your version of scary and my version of scary are two totally different things.
Yeah, pretty much all the horror movies that I watch them on my own. She won't watch.
What's your favorite horror movie?
It is such a tough question. I've been thinking about it this whole time you've been talking, and I'm so torn. I really, really like As Above, So Below. I think it's a great movie. Nobody else seems to like it, but I love that movie. Some of my favorite stuff lately, I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Joe Bob's Last Drive-In is on Shudder. Anyway, he's got the worst, most corny kind of drive-in horror movies. And he does commentary about them as they're going along. So, some of the most tasteful stuff you could possibly imagine, unbelievable. And yeah, they crack me up, especially with the commentary. I think if I just watched some of those straight, it'd feel a little dirty afterwards. But okay, I'm gonna go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The original with Jamie Lee Curtis.
There's only one. What?
Oh. Isn't that right?
No, she did Halloween.
Oh, what do I know then? I'm so up on my horror movies. Well, at least I knew she was in a horror movie. Yeah, so there's that.
Yep.
An old horror movie along the same time frame.
I think she's actually going to be in one coming up. I think they're doing another Halloween, and she's going to be in it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, there you go.
I could be wrong, but I think so. I really try to avoid movie news. Oh, another really good horror movie that okay, I've seen so many, and look, my memory is the worst, but it just popped into my head and it was good. So, but it's I'll never remember. It's a movie where these kids go visit their grandparents, and their grandparents like turn more and more crazy and just evil and strange, and all this weird stuff's happening. They can't leave their room at night. Craziness. Anyway, and it goes on from there, and it has such a great twist ending. I can't remember the name of the movie. Anyway, good movie. There you go.
Does The Haunting of Hill House count as a horror movie?
No, but sure.
Because I like those too.
Yeah, me too. They're
scary for me.
Oh, and we would what did we just watch?
Midnight Mass.
That's right.
Which ended up better than we thought it would.
Yeah.
We enjoyed the first episode, and then we started worrying about it. But then we enjoyed it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
All
right. Kevin P. West says my favorite horror movie is Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that is such a solid choice. And you know what? I think that's a solid choice, whether it's the original or now I'm thinking, okay, Night of the Living Dead, and then there's the Zack Snyder one, but that was
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, and I mean that's not the first Dawn of the Dead; it was a remake. Such a great movie, though. I mean, I love the George Romero Dawn of the Dead too, but.
Anthony G set has a super chat for $4.99. Anthony says my favorite horror movie is Fright Night. My favorite horror comic artist is a Gabrielle Rodriguez.
Gabrielle, I'm not familiar. And Fright Night, I don't think I've seen it. I you know what? I'm going to watch it this week because I don't think I've seen it. I hate to say it, and I mean it's a classic.
I feel like I'm calling out Sheldon Martin. He says, I like The Sixth Sense. That's not a horror movie.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Sheldon Martin makes a good point because for me, the best horror movies out there are usually kind of psychological.
I know, but even I could say, Sheldon, that's not a horror movie.
Yeah, like I could watch...
Legend is more of a horror movie than Sixth Sense.
But I don't know. I disagree. So many horror movies are not actually really scary.
Fair enough. I'm learning how to draw, says Meredith needs to sing the metal version of the Book of the Week song. So remind me to do that next week.
Next week. We're done.
It's time for the Book of the Week.
Come on.
So funny. Honest Badler has a super chat for $4.99. You off gallivanting with your fancy foosball friends, leaving me with nobody to keep me company but Stevie. That's Everett, actually. Everett's the fancy foosball. He's got his fancy foosball.
Yeah, right outside my door.
Yep.
At least it is a door now. And that is
thank goodness, because when they start playing that foosball game, you're going to want that door.
Oh, ping pong's bad enough.
I was going to bed last night listening to the
So was I. So was I.
I'm like, he was by himself.
No, Marvin was over.
Who was?
Marvin.
Oh, Marvin was over last night. Last night, Marvin was over?
Yep.
When did Marvin come?
I don't know.
Jeez. Can't keep track of who's coming through our house. Gonna have to give them all their own code so I can get like a printout at the end of the week. Here's some other, I'm gonna just scroll through some other favorite horror movies.
Okay.
The Evil Dead franchise with Bruce Campbell from DHR2 Productions. Navy Sharks. 1982, The Thing, one of my favorites.
Oh.
Knies. Is Predator a horror movie? I don't like horror, but I like that movie. One Mighty Hour, Leatherhead.
Leatherhead, that's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Elephant, I like this art from those scary storybooks. Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
The Dreadful Curtain is a Gene Colan shadow.
Okay, well, hold on. Did he say Leatherhead or Leatherface?
Leatherhead. Draw it, please. I don't
know that one.
Cornholio 174 says Evil Dead 2 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Terminator, Halloween, Vampire, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, I love that one. What's that? It's the Adam Sandler Dracula. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Hotel
Transylvania. That's the best ever. Love those movies.
Not as good as Mr. Deeds, but a quality movie.
Jason Bourne's getting banned. Meredith is thinking of Freaky Friday. She probably thinks that's a horror movie too. No, I know that was a comedy. All right. Love
Freaky
me.
Friday.
That,
Now
that was, I really actually really liked the Lindsay Lohan version of that. Dat Diego guy has a super chat for $10. Dave, I've been watching your Progo class and it made me wonder what is the amount of pages that one is expecting to output in a week? Just curious, and thanks for the streams.
Thank you very much. So to do a monthly comic, if that's what you're doing, you need to be able to do 6 pages a week. Really, okay, so if you do 5 pages a week, at the end of the month, you'll have 20 pages, which is not enough. If you do 6, you'll be slightly over, but you're always going to lose a couple of days guaranteed. So you want to aim for 6. I think really I found for me doing monthly books, if I would try no matter what, like if I lost a day, I would find a way to catch that day back up and keep to 6 pages a week. And then deadlines are never a problem. You live a stress-free life, aside from, the work that goes into doing the pages. But yeah, you really need to be able to do 6 pages a week. Now, that's if you're doing a monthly comic, and not all comics are that way. They expect you to be able to meet a reasonable schedule, and it does not have to be 6 pages a week. It can be 3 pages. I'd say that's actually a pretty good pace for something that it's more of a limited series or something like that. You start to get too much slower than that, and it can get very, very expensive for a publisher to keep you on as an artist, because ideally you want to get paid as you're going along. You don't want to just be working and then hope to get paid one day. And for a publisher to be able to pay you for months and months without being able to put a book out, most of them can't really front that kind of expense. 3 pages a week, if you can do that, you're still in pretty good shape, especially if they know that going in, they're happy enough with that. The most important thing is to be honest with, especially yourself, about how much you're actually going to be able to do, because you really put them in a bad position lying to them. And the worst thing that you can do is just go radio silent. That's when they really start losing it. If you're behind, they don't love it at all. I can tell you that. But if you're behind and they can't get a hold of you, things get ugly.
That's when you get fired.
That's when you get fired. Yeah. And I'm sure, I haven't gotten fired for it, but I've definitely made some editors very, very angry, and I'm sure I've given them some pretty stressful times. And I've, tried very hard to not be too bad that way. But it's happened. So yeah, that's a big one. I'd say you just have to meet the schedule that you agreed to. And if you can't meet the schedule, they need to know as quickly as possible.
Wayne Blackman has a super chat for $5. Wayne wants to know, Dave, is it Relic?
Is it Relic?
The movie you were talking about with the grandparents and the kids?
I don't think so. You know what? I think it's called The Visit, actually.
Okay. It was not Relic, Wayne.
I think it's called The Visit.
And Wayne says, hi, guys.
Hey, Wayne.
Kevin Mandel, I'm behind on my super chats. Kevin Mandelvo, I can't even talk either. Kevin Mandeville has a super chat for $9.99. Kevin says, okay, Dave, who is your favorite horror comic artist excluding Wrightson and Frazetta? Too easy? I'm going with Mike Plug.
Oh, yeah. Mike Plug's good choice.
I'd also put Kelly Jones up there just for his interpretations of characters.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say right now, it would be Kelly Jones. Given that, that limitation, it would be Kelly Jones, 100%. But Mike Mignola, and I know he's not really known as just a horror artist or even as a horror artist, but I think his stuff is so great that way. So I would say Mike Mignola. Yeah.
Carlos Nunez has a super chat for $2. Fave horror movies, 30 Days or Night.
Oh, by the way, speaking of 30 Days of Night, it's so funny.
And The Descent.
Which, we'll talk about that in a second. But Ben Templesmith, and such a different kind of artist, because he's very simple and he has a style that I would have compared to. So bad with names, forget it. I'm not even going to try. But he has a very simple kind of an atmospheric sort of style. And it's not usually kind of my thing. but I love his stuff, and I think it works so well for a story. He's such a great artist. He's a really nice guy too. I really like him. But yeah, Ben Temple-Smith, put him in there too.
All right. So,
and he did 30 Days of Night, by the way.
And The Descent are two of Carlos's favorite movies.
Yeah, The Descent, that is a classic. Oh, you know what? And I'm going to call this a horror movie, even though it's a little weird, but whatever. The Creep. So The Creep is a movie about this guy who's like this total creep, and he brings in somebody. He wants to, I think he wants to die, and he brings in a guy to document it, and things just get weirder and weirder. He's got like this wolf mask. Anyway, you have to watch it. And there's a sequel.
I don't think so.
Crazy.
It doesn't sound like a Meredith movie.
So it's just disturbing. You go, oh, it's a very cringy movie, but it's very, very good. There's a movie. I'm the worst. I shouldn't be doing this, but whatever. There's a movie.
There's a movie by this guy.
This guy had like these people in it, and it was awesome.
Yeah. All done.
I'm gonna say it because some people might guess. Hopefully, this guy goes to a costume party, and he's dressed up like a knight, and it turns out that it's like this kind of murder party. They're looking to kill somebody anyway, and it just gets crazier and crazier. It's more of a comedy than anything. It's absolutely hilarious and actually pretty gruesome too. Very good movie.
Okay. Best name I can think of has a super chat for $1.99, but I don't see a comment, so I'm going to look for one. Ross H. Pham has a super chat for $4.99, also with no comment. So I'm going to look for one for you too, Russ. Ross. R-O-S, Ross.
And thank you very much.
So I'm looking for comments from the best name I can think of and Ross H. Pham.
Is the best name I can think of the same as
the greatest name? If you like, here we go. Best name I can think of. If you like psychological horror movies, I recommend The Ritual on Netflix.
The Ritual. Have I seen that? I might have seen it. I'm going to write it down and I'll check. Okay, I'm going to throw this out there because I might have seen it. These guys are on a bit of a reunion before one of them gets married, kind of a trip, like a hiking trip. I think that might be it.
Okay.
Anyway, if that's what it was, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was a great movie. So yeah, totally agree.
All right. And I don't see one yet from Ross. Oh, here it is. Evil Dead is his favorite movie.
Yeah, I have a hard time with Evil Dead a little bit because I saw that when I was 14 and I was very sheltered. And that movie stayed with me for years. I didn't see it again probably until my 20s. And I was so afraid of that movie. I mean, really, really, I had a hard time with it. And when I saw it again, I was like, oh, it lost the scare. Yeah, I mean, it's more of a comedy.
But that's what happens.
But it still actually kind of disturbs me a little bit, which, that's what you want from a movie. So yeah, it's an absolute classic.
Anthony G is a super chat for $1.99. Anthony says Gabriel Rodriguez does Joe Hill's comics.
Oh, okay. Actually, I just watched a show from Joe Hill. It's Nosferatu. Anyways, great. It was a really good show. I enjoyed it.
Wayne Blackman has a super chat for $5. Wayne says, oh, yes, it's called The Visit.
Yeah, see, there you go. Thank you. Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, that was such a good movie. And that's kind of, I like all kinds of horror movies. I do get a little sick of haunted house movies, though. Sometimes they can be great, when there's a really good twist. And then sometimes they can just, basically it starts out with a little creaking and then you see the shadow of a ghost. And then, somebody gets possessed and like their head spins around and then it just goes more and more crazy. And then the end. The house burns down, and I get a little sick of that.
Art 9 says, Meredith Finch, I wish you read the whole Midnight Nation comics. Good story, and I enjoyed reading it. Midnight Nation, do you know that comic, Dave?
It really sounds familiar, and I can't remember. Yeah,
I'm not reading anything right now because I'm not reading anything right now. I'm reading How to Be a Farmer, How to Get Water Out of Your Barn comments. That's what I'm reading right now. But I will put it on my list for when I am actually in winter's coming. I'll have time for reading. Spark Owl has a super chat for $5. Dave, if you're into psychological horror, you should watch Hereditary.
Oh yeah, seen that one. Yeah, that's great. Actually, I watched that with Everett, our 18-year-old. Wasn't 18 at the time, but you know, it was
Probably
only
too young to watch it at the time.
No, I don't think so. It wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
But yeah, what a great movie that was. And the star of that movie, the girl, was incredibly good, incredibly well cast, and incredibly good. That was a great movie. I think the same people did Midsummer, but I haven't seen that. And I'm going to be honest, I heard it wasn't very good, and so I didn't really give it a chance, but I could be wrong.
All right. Honest Badler has a super chat for $4.99. Critters, Chucky, Tremors, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, The Sixth Sense, movies that affected my way of fear after I was done watching it.
Yeah, that's a good list.
By way of fear that affected it after I was done watching it.
Have you seen Tremors?
No.
Oh, Kevin Bacon. There were a couple of sequels.
Every time people say Tremors,
yeah,
I think about the kids' book where they dig holes. That's what I think about. Holes.
Holes, yeah. No, you should really watch. We should watch Tremors.
No.
That's a movie that holds up. It's not a scary horror movie at all.
It. It's got critters that come out of the ground.
It
does, doesn't it? It's got critters that come out of the ground.
Okay, it does.
Yeah,
fair enough. That's fine. Anyway, it's a great movie. Truly, really incredibly well done. And I love the sequels too. I don't know that they're as good, but I mean, the first was, as long as they're respectful to the material, a sequel can be awful and still be really enjoyable just because you love the characters. But I don't actually remember the other Tremors movies being bad. I've seen Tremors not that long ago, but the other ones I haven't seen for so long, I can't remember. But yeah, what a great movie. And he said Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't watch that one either.
Yeah, Chucky was a big one in this house for a little while. Our youngest was huge into Chucky.
That he actually watched the movie.
Then he watched some of it. Well, I couldn't let him watch all of it.
No, because he wouldn't watch it anyway.
Well, I couldn't also. But the stuff he did watch, that was the end of him wanting to watch Chucky.
Yeah, there you go. SCS, just like it. He watched not any of it. SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. Dave, the movie is called Murder Party.
Oh, there you go. That's it. Thank you. And I want to watch that one again. That was such a great movie. Murder Party. You guys have to watch that one. Such a good movie. It was hilarious. And I mean, disturbing. It was a good movie.
Okay.
I actually feel maybe a little guilty for recommending.
Feel weird that I'm married to you now. All these creepy movies.
I don't know what it says about me that I like horror movies so much.
Yeah. You're not the only one.
Actually, I canceled Shudder, which broke my heart.
Did you?
Last month, because there was not a single movie that I could find that I wanted. I think I saw one. I watched one that was all right, but their latest collection of movies have not been into it. The one movie that I did watch that I liked, it was an awful movie. It had Nicolas Cage. It's basically Five Nights at Freddy's, essentially, which is he goes into this kid's animatronic animal, that
is Five Nights at Freddy's.
It wasn't though. It's like knockoff Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyway, he basically says not one word in the whole movie, and he is so good. I mean, he might be crazy, but he's good. When he's on, he's on. I thought it was a good movie.
All right. Jim Klein has a super chat for $20. Jim says, I had to catch last week's stream on replay and wanted to offer my condolences on loss of Patches.
Oh,
thanks,
yes,
Jim.
you.
Horror movies. Event Horizon and the Ring horror comics. Junji Ito's Uzumaki was trippy and had some great page turns. Uzumaki? Does that?
And what was the book?
Junji, Junji.
Yeah.
Ito.
And what's the book?
Uzumaki. Uzumaki.
Okay. I'll have to give that one a try.
Yeah.
Well, and I will say Event Horizon, unbelievably good movie. I actually just watched somebody, it was like a review thing where they're trashing it and talking about all the reasons why it's such a bad movie. And
why do people feel the need to do that?
Whatever. I don't care. And so many times I watch those things and I think, yeah, okay, I don't disagree, but I still love the movie. I don't care. My favorite one like that, and this is where everybody always loses respect for me completely, is Prometheus. That's such a great freaking movie. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care if things don't make sense.
All right.
Good movie.
Moving on from that one, Christopher Twin has a super chat for $5. I really like psychological horror. The Shining, Rosemary's Baby. Also, The Thing is awesome.
Yeah, all three of those are incredible, incredible movies. Rosemary's Baby, I don't like. Not in the sense that it's bad, in the sense that it really the movie just gets me.
Freaks you out.
Yeah, it does. So, and that's what you want, but sometimes it's, I don't know, that one just, it gets me. I couldn't watch it again.
David Hickman has a super chat for $5. Hi, Dave. Was wondering if you do automatic drawing technique like Mobius and others. Automatic drawing technique.
Now, I apologize, but I actually don't know what that is.
I don't either. So, Dave, tag me and tell me what that is, and then I'll have Dave answer the question.
And so, yeah, if I do it, it would be unintentional, or maybe I would be calling it something different. I'm not sure if I don't know. I don't know what it is, so I apologize.
All right. Wave has a super chat for $5. Wave says you've got to watch Creep 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Creep 2, better than Creep 1, probably. Actually, for sure. Definitely. Creep 2, oh. I actually kind of don't even know why I watched it. This is almost Rosemary's Baby territory for me, that movie. But I watched the second one. I think I avoided it for a long time, and then there was nothing else on, so I put it on. And yeah, what a great movie. Just as disturbing as the first one. I don't know, that the actor that's in it, I've seen him in some other stuff where he plays like a nice, normal, likable guy. And credit to him as an actor that he can be so deeply, deeply hard to watch.
All right. Jim Klein has another super chat for $10. Jim says, Dave, if you like slow burn psychological horror, check out Takashi Mike's Audition.
Oh, yes. I've seen that one.
In a lifetime of watching horror, it's the most effed up thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
The last third was stomach churning.
Yes. It's something. It's something. I wouldn't call it the most disturbing movie I've ever seen. And I'm actually hesitant to start. There was one movie, everybody said, this is like the craziest, worst horror movie of all time. And I'm going to be honest, I watched probably 20 minutes and I shut it off. Not because I was like, oh, this is so horrible. It was just so depraved and I couldn't watch it. So, I've seen movies like that and I wouldn't, Audition, it gets a little, I've seen worse, but definitely, yeah. It's and it is a masterpiece. It really is.
But not Meredith's cup of tea.
No, you would not like that one.
No. I don't like horror movies, so there you go.
I do. I just, sometimes I like psychological horror. Really, awful cruelty is not my favorite, to say the least.
Kevin P. West says that Nick Cage movie Dave was talking about was Willy's Wonderland.
There you go. That's right.
So crazy good.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was. I mean, it's okay. I can see somebody could say that is a terrible, terrible movie, and I would not be able to argue. Whatever. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I actually don't even want to see a sequel to that movie so much as I want to see a sequel to that character. I want to see Nick Cage as that character in 30 more movies.
All right. SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. You have to see I Saw the Devil.
Have I seen that one? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I Saw the Devil. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I've seen it. You know what? Let me write that down. I'm going to check it out. Thank you. I'll let you know next week.
All right. We move on from the horror movie conversation. This is like people are
No,
loving
now
it.
I'm having fun.
I know. Mike Stewart says, Dave, you need to go to church.
I do, Mike. I do. And by the way,
actually goes without Meredith now.
good to hear from Mike.
He goes on Wednesdays.
I go on Wednesdays, yeah.
And all the little ladies are excited because he goes without his wife. They ask.
I keep telling Meredith that to get her to go, and she doesn't believe me. Meredith has been not able to really. Meredith.
Winter is coming.
Yeah, and she's trying to get her. She's got her dad helping in the morning, so
yeah,
she just hasn't been able to.
I just got
take a morning.
Only got so much time before winter gets here.
So I'm on my own at church right now.
Yeah. Death Metal Disco says it's okay unless you're South Korean. You don't need to go to church once a week.
Why South Korean?
Because South Koreans need to go to church every week.
Oh.
Did you not watch Kim's Convenience?
I did. I guess I didn't take it literally.
Don't you remember the first episode where she's like, my mom needs me to meet a boyfriend and he has to be Korean and Christian.
Yes. Okay. I remember. Yeah. There's a new season of that coming up or out.
It's out. Yeah.
It's out.
The final season. It's the final season of Kim's Convenience. We'll have to watch all the seasons up again so that we can watch the final season.
Fair enough. How am I doing I'm doing all right for time. I still have a decent amount to go though.
You do?
Yeah, I've got so I'm doing grass down here and I don't want it to look crappy. So it's gonna take don't worry, we'll be fine.
Are you sure we'll be fine?
Yep.
Are you sure we'll be fine?
Well,
because at some point the caffeine
is gonna stop. It's
gonna crash. And then Mare's gonna dive off a cliff.
Well, I have my detail pass after
this. I'm sorry, what did you just say?
I have my detail pass after this.
If I had something I could throw at you right now, I would. But I'm leaning against the only throwable thing on the couch.
You know what? It's Halloween.
The plastic cup.
It's Dracula. I need to make this at least, decent if I can.
Alan Mata Art says, that grass looking crazy good. I feel like you're just tormenting me.
No, actually. Yeah. Okay. Yes. No, not really.
All right. It's that since Sam Kuchar says we're almost 500 likes. It's that time of the night for Meredith to say, hit that like button, people.
Loudly.
Yeah. Want me to be louder?
You know what I
need? You don't have headphones on. Hit that like button, people. Like and subscribe. If you want to get, we can't get to the 200K giveaway if you haven't subscribed. So if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. And if you haven't already hit the like button, hit the like button so that we can get to we're at 511 likes, but I know we can get to 600 before the stream's done. We're going to get over 600. I'm going to hit the like button.
Don't you feel like public TV?
I was like number 517. I could ShamWow this thing.
There you go.
Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Some people don't even know the ShamWow.
I feel like
it's a generational thing, the ShamWow. Where did the ShamWow guy go?
I think he actually passed away.
Oh, no, he did?
Yeah, I think so.
He was the best, the ShamWow guy.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have not seen the ShamWow guy, YouTube that one. Not now.
Not now. Stay with us. But
when it's done, you need to check that out.
He was the best, the ShamWow guy. And if you don't know what a ShamWow is,
I guess you'll find out.
You'll find out.
I don't know if they still sell them, but
Honest Battler is a super chat for $1.99. A movie that's truly horrific. The Korean film Hope.
I have not seen that. Hope. All right, I'm going to give that a shot. I saw it. There's another one, and it is a very, very disturbing movie, but also very psychological. I hesitate to recommend it.
Don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's. I was talking to Keith Giffen. He said it was the most disturbing movie he's ever seen. and I think it was a Korean movie. And I can't remember the name. Shocker.
Okay, Alan has said Meredith, it's not a big deal, but it's pronounced Mota, like mow the grass. So it's Alan Mota, not Mata. Mota. Alan Mota art. I'm going to try to remember that, Alan. Next week, it's going to be Mata again, just so you know. But I'm going to try.
I'd remember.
I try so hard. Mata art. All right. Mow the grass. Mota art. Mota art. Mota. I mean, you can call me Mary Beth. It doesn't make me sad.
So you say.
All right. It is important. I appreciate you guys correcting me. You guys are giving me bad news about the ShamWow guy. I don't want to hear these things.
Oh, there's more to that story. See, I know he's passed away, but that's really the extent of my knowledge.
I'm not reading them. Meredith Finch, Juan in the Ring, guaranteed to keep you up for weeks.
Yeah.
No, not watching those.
You haven't seen The Ring? Of course you haven't.
No, I've not seen The Ring. I've seen the previews for The Ring, which is enough to tell me I don't need to see the Ring.
Yeah, and when it came out, those were, and I watched actually the American version first. And yeah, that movie really got me. I thought, wow, it was really impressive. There have been a lot of copies since then, and it kind of lost something. And I unfortunately, the original loses something as a result, But yeah, I watched both of those too. Those were great. I will admit, I love Friday the 13th. I don't actually love the movies. They're not good movies. I'm going to be honest. They're actually my least favorite sort of horror movie, just slasher films, like Scream.
They're not really horror movies, though. They're kind of comedy.
Yeah, I didn't even really watch Scream, so I'm like totally not qualified to sit here and critique it, but I just couldn't.
All right. So everybody keeps asking if you're going to put a name on the tombstone, and Meredith's going to give a hard answer to that one. No.
Why not?
No, you can't put anybody's name on the tombstone.
Yeah, bad luck.
So there'll be no name on the tombstone. So no. Ross H. Pham has another super chat. Ross, finally, for $1.99. Ross says, trick or treat.
We got no candy. Well,
we got no candy. So I guess it's a trick tonight.
I'm not sure if we have candy. If we do, I need to start searching for it.
We don't. I didn't buy candy. We live in the country. What kid is going to come to the door? First of all, we live on a street where our two neighbors are both senior citizens.
Yeah, that's a good
As is the guy farther down the road and the guy farther down the road. There are literally no kids around here. Yeah. If there are kids, they're not trick-or-treating.
I met
on a county road with 5 houses.
I met my first neighbor. We were a day away from moving in, and I was here because I had to be here so they could set up the telephone or something, whatever they were setting up. And my neighbor was, he walked in right past me. I was sitting at the island in the kitchen, and he walked right downstairs and started talking to the guy it was a phone guy. He was setting up the phone.
It was Bell or something.
Yeah. And I went down like, well, what? I just walked right into my house, And so I said, hi, can I help you? And he said, oh, you're the whole one. And we talked and nothing, that's living out here.
Yeah.
And he was so matter of fact, hey, yeah, come by anytime. I didn't even complain.
Yeah, that's good that Meredith wasn't here. I'm like, what the heck? Just walking into my house?
Yeah, I was surprised. But, it's different.
Death March Disco says, I watch horror movies only to regret it for the next week. That would be me. Yep. I wouldn't be able to get it out of my head. That's why I don't put negativity in. I have enough negativity within.
You think so?
Did you get that?
Yes, I get it. You don't seem like that negative a person to me. I know you pretty well.
Do you? Do you really?
I thought so.
I tried to be positive. I tried to fill myself with positivity so you're
saying that you're living a lie?
Well, I fill myself up with positivity to push down the darkness.
Okay.
See, there's no room. It's like you keep filling your cup with good stuff, eventually you wash out all the bad stuff.
Sounds like the start of a horror movie right now.
Well, maybe I'll write it. Henry Jeremick says, Meredith, can you please ask Dave if we would consider adding some mist? A few quick horizontal lines. Doesn't matter. Dracula looks good. Nice job.
All right. I'll definitely do that. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add my detail.
Stop it. I can see detail on him already.
It won't take long. I'm not kidding about adding detail, but it really will not take long.
I feel like you're just like...
I know. I'm not messing with you.
Messing with me right now.
Not messing with you.
You are. All right. Okay. Oh, Ross H. Fam says, I meant the Trick or Treat movie.
Oh.
Not Trick or Treat.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's what happens when you start talking about Halloween and scary movies. You get them confused.
I have not seen. I'm going to write that down too.
Honest Battler has a super chat for $1.99. Honest Battler says, watch Tom McDonald talk about Tranquil Canada.
Is that a horror movie?
I don't think so. I think he's saying that Canada's tranquil.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It can be. Yeah, we're...
Is it Tranquil Canada? Is that a positive thing? Or is that actually a horror movie? Tranquil Canada.
Not paid for by the government of Canada.
Not paid for.
If it's a horror movie.
It probably is paid for by the government of Canada. Because anything made in Canada gets paid for by Canada.
That's a good point.
That's why it's important to make films in Canada and starring Canadian actors, because you get basically make a movie for free.
Yeah, I like possession movies. I have to admit, I've kind of hit the wall with them, which is sad.
Sheldon Martin says that neighbor will take your candy if you bought some. Yeah, he would.
Yeah, he was nice,
Jack Mendez says I would give out chocolate-shaped toothbrushes to be that guy. Tagmo Model Work says where I grew up, you could get shot just for walking into a house you don't own. Yeah, that's not where we live.
Yeah, no, which is nice, for sure. We live at Green Acres.
We do. I could sing. I almost did. I had my fingers snapping.
I realized what I did when I said that. All right, I'm going to add some detail.
Oh my gosh, poor Luke for Woodson. One Halloween, I sat in my apartment dressed as Bigfoot to answer the door to hand out candy. After 2 hours, no one showed up.
Oh, no.
So I took it off. Then 2 kids showed up, and I gave them all the candy.
I just love that.
That's
sad.
The worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst. JDSCT has a super chat for $2. Joseph is his name. Thoughts on the Blair Witch Project? I never watched that. Did you watch that?
I did. I saw it.
I heard it was very scary.
It really, I watched that and a sequel. It was a difficult movie to watch. Like, I remember coming out of the theater a little conflicted because the camera work in a theater was really, headache inducing. But I'd never seen anything like it. I was really very freaked out by the end. The Blair Witch that I watched the sequel, they took some elements from the original. They made it like there were some cool things, and then they just went way too far. Like, the thing about Blair Witch is having it be just completely, totally 100% ambiguous is really a big part of what made that movie work. And it's the first found footage movie, if not the first, certainly the first popular found footage movie. And I'm a huge fan of found footage movies. Paranormal Activity, those movies freak me out. And, I'm sure they don't get, I'm sure they're not good movies or whatever, but they freak me out. I like those movies.
Okay, I have clarification.
Okay.
Tom McDonald is a rapper.
Okay.
And it's Tranquil Canada, which is an actual place. So apparently Tom McDonald, the rapper, sang a song about Tranquil Canada.
Cool.
Honest Battler's like, it's a real place. He really went there. There's a link on my Facebook. So there you go. Anthony G says Anthony G's sympathizing with Luke. Luke, the first Halloween we were in our house, we were so excited to get trick-or-treaters and bought a ton of candy. Then no one came. Such a bummer.
Yeah,
that was not a problem at our old house.
No, yeah, we had a lot of kids there,
ton of
which
kids.
was great. But it is kind of sad. It seems like it's fading a bit, you know? I don't know.
I've been handing out candy for 21 years. And trick-or-treating for 21 years.
So you're not going to miss it this year?
I'm not going to miss it. Yeah. Isaac is 13. He's going to go for his last trick-or-treating this year. He's going to go over to my parents because they live in a subdivision, not in the boonies. And he's going to trick-or-treat. I didn't have to buy candy that would make me fat. So it's all good. I didn't have to buy candy. Actually, I might buy candy and then hide the candy because there's nothing better than those individual Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, well, just hide it.
Because they're so good. That's the only time I ever eat those. And the little mini O. Henry bars. Let's talk favorite Halloween candy.
Oh, here we go.
And if you say candy corn, you're banned.
Let's talk favorite Halloween candy as long as it's my favorite.
As long as it's my favorite.
That's great.
All right. Favorite Halloween candy. Go. Before I do that, Alan Moda Art. I think I said that right. David got offered a contract for inking the book I told you about last week. It's funded by Kickstarter and says I'll get paid 40% when I finish and 60% if it succeeds. Is this normal?
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's great. Well, congratulations. You know, the risk is always there that you could get screwed. I mean, it can certainly happen. It happens to everybody. But if this is not their first Kickstarter, I don't know who it is, but if it's not their first Kickstarter, I'd say you're probably in pretty good shape. If it is their first Kickstarter, then you have to decide, you know, is it worth the potential? And I never want to recommend to somebody, you know, oh yeah, get screwed because it'll be worth it in the end. I don't want to say that. At the same time, turning down projects is, I don't know. I hate to recommend that too because it can be so difficult for projects to come along. So
Kickstarters are doing well these days. So
yeah, Kickstarter's doing great. Yeah, Indiegogo is doing really well. So you know, yeah. And congratulations. That's really
absolutely.
Great to hear.
Johnny D is a super chat for $5. That last comment gave me an idea to draw Dave holding a freaking gun as someone comes to the door saying, "Howdy, neighbor! Happy Halloween!"
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome. I want to see that one on the Finch Flock Facebook page. Jim Klein has a super chat for $5. Dave, did you ever get into horror games? The Silent Hill series was amazing and has incredible creature design. Fatal Frame and Dead Space were great too.
Fatal Frame. Oh, you know what? I played Silent Hill. There were a couple sequels too. The first one was the best, I think, anyway. I have not played Fatal Frame or the other one, but I did play Resident Evil when they came out. I played them, and I just played the remasters all the way through of those ones. They are hard games, and I have to admit, I got to a point with Resident Evil 2, 3, which I can't remember which one. Anyway, you can actually buy weapons that basically make the game. It just breaks the game. And I played probably 3/4 of the game. I got so frustrated, I realized I wasn't going to finish, and I cheated. And I basically finished the rest of the game with a bazooka. But I'm not good at games, you know. They're great games.
All right. Now we're talking candy.
Okay.
Savannah the Ivern, Milky Way, Chicken Nugget, Reese's Pumpkins.
Did you say chicken nugget?
Yep, chicken nugget.
That's Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, not chicken nugget. Chicken nugget's a person saying chicken nugget likes Reese's Pumpkins, which must be an American thing because we don't have them up here.
No.
Kit Kat from Far for Arnond Ruby. One Mighty R likes a Snickers, as does Death March Disco. Sid V also a Kit Kat fan. Atomic Art likes the Kit Kat.
I like Three Musketeers. I don't know if that's just Canadian. Is that a Canadian one?
No, Coffee Crisp is Canadian.
Okay.
Only the Canadians will know what the coffee crisp is.
The joy
Sheldon
of
Martin says,
the-
I don't buy Halloween candy, but I buy eggnog. Lots of it. Oh, I like
there
my
you go,
eggnog
yeah.
too. Die Hard 2, Michael G, Baby Ruth, and Butterfinger.
All good choices.
Yep.
You can see a theme with those too, you know?
Peanut butter cups. Matthew Fuentes, my friend. They're my fave too. Rick Ingles, 123 is a super
Rick
chat for
Ingles.
$5. Rick says, hello, Dinam. I'm late as hell today, but I had to stop by and see the flock. Dave, watch Wreck, the Spanish version. So scary.
Rec.
Don't watch it.
Spell it for me.
REC, Wreck.
R-E. Oh, I've
Rec.
seen that. Not the Spanish version, though.
Spanish version.
Okay. I'm going to watch it. Thank you. But yeah, I've watched a bunch of like the compilations, you know, where it's, 5 different shorts and they all kind of have a theme. Those can be really, really good. They can be really not good too. I mean, obviously, but when they're good, they're really good. Okay, I'm gonna watch that for sure.
All right.
I got a good week ahead of me. I got Hope. I saw the Devil, Trick or Treat, and Wreck.
You're going to have a busy week.
The problem is I've seen so much horror that it's hard to kind of hit me with one that I haven't watched.
John Napier likes Three Musketeers. Kevin West likes Twizzlers. Russ Hicks, anything with chocolate and peanut butter. Most unique channel name Meredith Scene says, what's up, Finch Flock? We're talking about the candy. Jack Mendez gonna get banned because he says candy corns are great. Wait, he says if you're high, which there you go, fair enough.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
It's the only way somebody could eat that stuff.
Too funny.
And no, Kevin Mandeville, we don't have Reese's Pumpkins in Canada. We have a lot of stuff, but we have Coffee Crisp, but we don't have Reese's Pumpkins.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's it.
Are you done? Oh, I got
done.
another super chat. Chisao Musician has a super chat for $2. See incredible YouTube paranormal, i.e. Tim Morozov.
All right, hold on. Tim Morozov. That really sounds familiar to me. I just watched a movie about somebody that had like a show. I think it was a YouTube show too. And they do this paranormal stuff and then it turns out to be real. I've seen a few of those. Those can be pretty good. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Again, this was a blast. Actually, I really enjoyed this one.
It's
I hope you guys
fun
liked
talking
it.
horror movies
Yeah.
and Halloween candy.
And just the drawing. I'm a huge fan of horror, obviously, and Dracula, Tomb of Dracula. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. So,
and we got over 600 likes because you guys are the best.
and thank you for that. So happy Halloween, everyone. Have a great week, and we will see you next week for the continuation of Hulk versus Wolverine. Should be a lot of fun. That's going to be a tough week. I have a lot to go on that one. So
yeah.
We'll see how that one goes.
I better
but
have another. That better be another day where I have tea at like
yeah, I'd say that'd be
the
a good
high
idea.
octane tea at 3:00 to get through the day.
All right. Well, thanks again, everyone.
Do you have
Good
the
night.
outro prepped that we can talk through it like we did last week?
No, but the problem is if I hit it, I think it just plays.
Yeah, it does, and then we talk through it because
So I'm looking at it now.
we're embarrassing.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to hit the outro and then I'm going to hit stop. Whatever. I'm just going to do it.
All right.
Okay.
Happy
Good night,
Halloween,
everyone.
everybody!
It's not playing yet. How do I play it? There it goes.
Why would it work?